Welcome history and mythology enthusiasts to Chronotales, where the past meets the unknown. The word assassin instantly sends a chill down your spine. The origins of these shadowy figures were steeped in myth, danger, and religious intrigue. Assassins were not just mercenaries, but a whole sect bound by faith, secretive codes, and an unshakable loyalty to their leader. One of these group, the Nizari Ismailis, were a force to be reckoned with. But how did they rise from the shadows to strike fear across the Islamic world? Stick around. This is a tale full of deceit, deadly politics, and, of course, assassinations. The year is 1090, and we're in the heart of the Islamic world. A time of grandeur, a time of ambition. And here deep in the mountains of Persia, a hidden fortress known as Alamut stands tall. A place shrouded in mystery, a place that would become the breeding ground of a legend.
Alamut was more than just a fortress. It became the heart of a movement that would alter the course of history. It was here, in the rugged mountains, that the Nizari Ismailis forged their deadliest weapon, their unwavering commitment to their imam and their willingness to die and kill for him.
Let's rewind a bit. It all begins with Hassan-i-Sabbah, a man whose name is still whispered in dark corners of history. Born in 1050, he wasn't a warrior by nature. No, he was a scholar, a man of intellect. But after a life-altering journey to Cairo, he became a part of the Ismaili sect, a Shia Muslim group that followed a different interpretation of the Quran. He saw the potential to change the game, and he did.
Hassan was charismatic and ruthless. He didn't just want power. He wanted to create a brotherhood, bound by loyalty and fear. He knew that to strike fear into his enemies, he would need something unforgettable.
And so, Hassan-i-Sabbah did the unthinkable. He gathered a group of young men, trained them, and sent them on one of the most daring missions ever conceived. They weren't soldiers, they were assassins. They would strike from the shadows and no one would see them coming. But what made these assassins so deadly wasn't just their skill with a blade. No, their true power lay in their unwavering faith. They believed they were acting on divine orders sent by the Imam himself. Their target? Anyone who stood in their way. One of the most famous and chilling examples of their skill happened in 1092. The target, the vizier Nizam al-Mulk, a powerful figure in the Seljuk Empire. He was the architect of a dynasty, and Hassan wanted him gone. The method? A swift and silent dagger strike. Nizam was stabbed right outside the gates of Baghdad. The assassin vanished without a trace.
That assassination was a message, a declaration of war. The Nizari Ismailis weren't just a religious sect, they were a force. Their targets were high-ranking, influential leaders. They didn't fear anyone.
But what's even more fascinating is how the assassins grew in influence. Alamut became a fortress of power, a citadel of knowledge. But it was also a breeding ground for the deadly art of assassination. Hassan-i-Sabbah didn't just teach them how to kill, he taught them how to die with purpose. Rumor has it that Hassan had a secret weapon, one that would make even the bravest men tremble. He created a paradise, a garden full of opium, wine, and beautiful women. He would send his most loyal assassins there, drug them, and create visions of paradise. When they awoke, he'd tell them that they had tasted heaven, and that they would return there when they died in service to him. Would you die for that kind of promise?
Hassan's manipulations were brilliant. By giving his assassins a taste of heaven on earth, he forged an unbreakable bond. The promise of paradise in the afterlife was their driving force.
The assassins didn't just rely on their religious zeal, they were also masters of strategy and deception. They didn't engage in open warfare. No, they were like shadows, striking only when the time was right, when their enemies least expected it. Their methods were so precise, so deadly, that even the greatest warriors of the time feared them. Fast forward to 1164. The Nizari Ismailis are at the height of their power, but enemies surround them on all sides. The Seljuks, the Crusaders, even the Fatimids, all seeking to crush them. But Hassan's legacy lives on. His successors, like Rashid ad-Din Sinan, continue his deadly work.
Sinan was a formidable leader. His ability to outwit and outmaneuver his enemies was unmatched. He turned the Nizari Ismailis into a truly global force. He struck fear into the hearts of even the most powerful kings.
But no matter how many assassinations they pulled off, no matter how many rulers they brought to their knees, there was always one looming question: how long could the assassins last? The answer came in 1256. The Mongols, a force of nature, a storm that crushed everything in its path. The assassins, though elusive and deadly, were no match for the Mongols' sheer numbers and firepower. The Mongols stormed Alamut, and the assassins' reign came to a tragic end. The fortress fell, and so did the Nizari Ismailis' stronghold. But their legend, that never died. The story of the assassins, their cunning, their faith, and their deadly resolve lives on to this day.
The Mongol invasion was the end of an era, but the legend of the assassins continued to captivate the world. Their methods, their audacity, their faith, those aspects became part of the collective mythos.
And so, the assassins, once feared, revered, and hunted, became something more than men. They became a symbol of what it means to live in the shadows, to fight for something greater than yourself, and to pay the ultimate price for your beliefs. Today, we remember them as the shadowy figures of history, not just for their deadly skills, but for the story they left behind. A tale of faith, sacrifice, and revenge. A tale that continues to captivate us. Thank you for joining me for this journey through history and mythology. Until next time, stay enlightened. If you made it this far and liked the video, don't forget to give it a like. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's your favorite movie or book on this topic? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to join the growing community of history and mythology seekers of chronotales. Thank you for watching.